Oh, right, everyone, what's happening? And I just thought I would upload this on a whim because I was watching some stuff on the tubes, and I'll probably repeat myself here. Well, the intro, because I've said for the last kind of couple of months, and every now and again, videos that I was going to upload these or not, and I was always hesitant because my channel was it's goofy, you know. Mine's is topical. Well, not topical even. Mine's is playthroughs and say I don't know, live comms and stuff like that. So I don't know if people even want to hear my opinion on different aspects or not, but it's something that I've always wanted to do. So if I say the same thing in the next video, it's probably because I've made one like a month ago or something that I've just kept in a folder sitting on my laptop, and I've finally got around to uploading it. So uh, this thing is, it's not so much hobbies, it's just serial killers. Let's just dive right in. I've always had this thing about serial killers. I don't know why. It's just I remember growing up. Well, one thing is I remember growing up when let's say I was staying over with my gran and granddad's and stuff, and I'd see this like book of like true crimes and stuff like that, and it was all about serial killers and stuff. And I don't know. I just thought it was kind of fascinating. So I done that, but don't get me wrong. It's not like every. I don't watch stuff every day. Like anything, especially like something like serial killers and stuff. You've got to put the stuff away, put it down. So sometimes I won't even look at anything for months. Then like today, for example, or a day like yesterday, I watched like hours of footage. I've watched today. I watched the making of the silence, like the reason the whole Silence of the Lambs came about, with Thomas Harris, like going to see the behavioural science unit, the FBI, and then I watched like a Ted Bundy thing, and then I watched uh, the Monster Within documentary for Jeffrey Dahmer, and then I watched that interview with him and his dad and his mum, like the hour and a half long one. But like this, I don't know if they just decided to pick like the most like cliched voice actor or something like for America. Like I always, it feels like Troy McClure, The Simpsons. I was like, hey, you must remember me from like every single. If I think of like kind of every cop narrator, like cop show narrator, like voice actor, like voiceover guy. This to me is like the guy who does it. Like when I watch it, I'm just like, come on, to fuck. Anyway, that's beside the point. And I don't know about you, but I find serial killers interesting. I don't know why. I mean, I use words like cool and stuff, but I don't take it literally. Like, oh, I think serial killers, but like the concept, like the mentality, the psychology, just the way that their brain works, and like for example, like if you show a disturbing picture to the average normal person, so if you show like a series of clips, like photos, like say like blood spatter and then like a dead bird or something, they'll have like an emotional or even like kind of brainwave reaction. Maybe the blood pressure will raise, maybe they maybe sweat a little bit depending on the images. Whereas like like a serial killer, most of the time because he's like a sociopath or something, like won't move, it won't change. Like the blood pressure will stay exactly the same, which is just cool. I mean, not from like the killing aspect, but just from the biological and psychology aspect. I just think it's an interesting thing. And hold on a minute. So I wanted to see if anybody else has this kind of interest, because I've got a lot of like. We'll get into the interview, right? So the father Lionel had wrote a book, and it's called A Father Story, and it's about him and basically his experiences about how he never saw kind of anything within his boy, basically to indicate that he was going to become this serial killer and stuff. And he talked about like the interviewer talked to him as if like, oh, so you had dreams of killing people, and now your boy is killing people in reality. And I'm like, get the fuck, like, is it, and he basically kind of denounced it right away. The dad was like, okay, genetic predisposition and all this kind of stuff, and he's like, how it's been studied, but I mean, there's not any kind of absolutes or anything like that. I mean, people may have like some sort of biological trait. Obviously, you can tell somebody's their son, or you can tell somebody's their daughter. But as far as personality goes, if you kind of, as if your genetic makeup will kind of define who you're going to be, as far as personality, as a human being, consciousness goes. And I was like, that's such bullshit. Because like me, he was saying how like he used to fantasize. Well, because he used to get bullied and stuff, that he would fantasize about for like 30 seconds. He would get up in the morning, had the feeling as if he'd kill somebody or something like that. And like to me, I'm like, that's such bullshit. Do you know how many times in my dreams I imagine killing people? Like, I shit you not. 2 nights ago, I killed probably about 35 people in my dream. Easy. There was a whole drug gang thing happening with like hookers and shit, and I had like this revolver beast ass thing, and I killed everybody. Ving Rhames was in there. I killed his ass. I mean, I tortured, mutilated, and killed folk left and right. So I'm a crazy person, or like my son's gonna make it. It's total bullshit. But I just thought I'd raise that point. Like I don't know, it kind of insinuated the presenters if that was a factor or something like that. I'm like bullshit. I mean, people's kids get up to hundreds of crazy shit that their parents never find out about, and I don't know. I just thought it was an interesting concept, and the thing that gets me is like my favorite is one of my favorites is Jeffrey Dahmer, as far as a serial killer goes, because if you look at all the others like serial killers, some of them just simply aren't as interested. Because for example, like Ramirez, when he went like along the highway and like broke into homes, he had a revolver. I think it was. It was a long time since I've his alternate story and stuff. But a lot of them don't seem to have this kind of conflict. You know, this wrong feeling. Whereas the Dahmer, like, his whole thing was the sexual desire to control a person and to have every wish satisfied without having to worry about any of theirs. Whereas, so the murder, it was like a means to an end, but like he would drug them and then strangle them. So it wasn't. I don't know. It was, to me, it interests me because, like I said, he get conflicted. Like he used to drink a lot. He drunk like a fucking alcoholic since he was 15, and he done it because of these inner conflicts that he had, these dark fantasies. Whereas like the rest of them, like Ted Bundy and stuff like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's nuttier than squirrel shit, right? But like Ted Bundy and stuff would like, hey, what's happening? And he'd use his charm and his looks and all that to like want to come back to mine or whatever, and he'd use like some sort of con. And he was cool with it, like, yep, cool, I've killed 2 people, you know what I mean, I'm going to eat breakfast. Whereas Dahmer had this kind of, I don't know, inner turmoil all the time, that as if there was like a demon inside him and he couldn't control it and he couldn't suppress it. Well, he suppressed it for like 6 years until like his second victim, and then he just went haywire and killed like 15 more people or something like that. I don't know, I mean, people have got hobbies, and it's not saying that it's my hobby, but it's definitely more one of my offbeat ones. It's not many people we go, yeah, well, what are you into? Football, whatever. No, I like serial killers, mate. That's with like Criminal Minds. If you don't watch Criminal Minds, it's a good show. It's different from your typical kind of like, oh, bad guy cop. No, it's more into like the psychology, but eventually it gets kind of boring because it's the same profile they give for like every murderer. The only time it changes is when the crime changes, like if it's an arsonist or a rapist or paedophile or whatever it is. But kidnapper, the rest of them, so you get these kind of generic makeups. Like it's 25 to 40, white male, higher in average intelligence, but works in a kind of low paying job, and same bollocks. Probably quite charming, socially comfortable and all this crap. But anyway, tell me what you think. I don't know if, I mean, this is kind of, I'm taking a chance here. I don't know if people are going to be interested in this sort of thing. So, but like, where's the video? And they want to see like amazing pictures, and even I don't even know like if I'm going to put background in, because I want this to be simple and just people to spend like 9-10 minutes listening to me talk. I mean, if people can't do that, I mean, can't take 9 minutes out of their day to listen to me talk some shit, then obviously it's not something that I'll pursue, and I'll just keep sticking to my. But I hope it does, because it's something that I'm interested in myself. So as I said, if I repeat myself in the next ones, it's probably because of all the ones that I've just had sitting and not had the balls to put up yet. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.